Generally speaking, the promise of technology has always been that it will improve our systems, and that is true. But when it comes to generative images, it's like herding frogs. The instinct when working with AI is to chase it. You find the magic prompt, you get that pro subscription, you force it to behave. But the problem is, that idea just goes against how AI works. Image models don't think in hard categories, they think in this gradient of proximity. This is why outputs drift, and it's why characters grow extra arms. So we can't change how models work, but we can reverse engineer them. Our hypothesis: we understand very well that AI can't be caged, but it can be pulled. The idea is if we form a conceptual center with rules and lots of good art, we can create sort of a critical mass that keeps all of the AI elements in a cohesive orbit. It's gravity. To test out this idea, we built a speculative project in about 3 weeks. So the project we made, this was a platform that our hackers worked on. It is a TikTok audiobook mashup, or maybe a co-created audiobook visualizer. It's a novel experience. The idea is you listen to a story, and then you can scroll through visuals that are tied to that story. The thing is that all these visuals are created by the readers. Everybody was working within the same system to make work that felt cohesive. Our sandbox was rough, silly, and very absurd by design. ComfyUI was the tool of choice here. Node-based tools have been around for a while, but they're so cool because they show your thinking. To work in ComfyUI is to sketch a mind map. So what's inside these workflows? As with everything at Black Math, we start with art. Reference sketches, character sheets, props, environment visuals, all of these things go into the workflows so they can be called by name or selected by the user. And so this was just, it's concept art. It's the stuff that we would always make. Also embedded in the workflows are what I call world rules. It's the underlying brain that funnels together both the user's intent and then our intent as we built the system. For example, in the world rules, we have one location in our story called the Powder Heights. And I wrote specifically in the world rules that when the characters appear in this space, they'll probably have a runny nose. So at the hackathon, after mandatory onboarding confusion, participants from all levels of experience were off to the races. And they really ran with it. I was extremely inspired and impressed by how much people wanted to just get in there. Walking around the room, I found thumbnail sketches, I found sketches on paper plates. But no matter how far they pushed their ideas, the output never drifted too far, because that's what a good system does. It doesn't constrain people, it supports creativity. And so while our surreal adventure story was a test case sandbox, we wanted to keep it real world. So we added shameless ads and product placement to our project. We made a Birchwater ad generator. It takes a physical product and it runs it through a rewriter to generate campaign posters for our generous sponsor, Birchwater. This workflow is armed with a turnaround to the product. It's got brand imagery and copy, and it also has this custom branded front end, so it's extra shiny and anybody can make Birchwater ads. So yes, this is a bit of a novelty workflow for weird art projects, but the thing is that the methodology is all here. We can leverage the work that we do for our clients to create these sort of branded toolkits. So along with the finished project, we can also provide a platform for future thinking and iteration. It's really, really easy to always pop the hood and change things, because everything will change. In conclusion, AI is simultaneously the most accessible creative tool ever made, and also one of the most genuinely confounding technologies. Anybody can do it, but you need the right mindset. And that's what we're really, really excited about here. Not just efficiency, but it's the projects and ideas that we can build that haven't existed before. Just driven by sheer curiosity, we can make anything. We can create a crazy little fantasy story in 3 weeks and share it with everybody here. So it's always great when we can work together to find artful solutions to technical problems. Thank you.